Good morning. I miss you guys. Look where I am. Can you see? I'm in our church, but it's empty still because we still have to social distance for a little while longer. So until we can all be together again, I'm going to read to you a story this morning called Elmer the Patchwork Elephant. And I hope you'll join me and listen, and I'd love to talk to you later today if you want to give me a call or a text through your mom's phone. That would be awesome. I miss you guys so much. So let me put this phone down, and some of you might know the story of Elmer the Patchwork Elephant. It was one of my favorite stories to read my girls when they were little. You might be wondering, well, what does Elmer, the silly looking elephant, have to do with Jesus? But I'll tell you. So let's read the story first. Look at all these elephants. They look pretty normal, right? There was once a herd of elephants. Elephants young, elephants old, elephants tall and short and fat and thin. All were different, and all were happy, and almost all were the same color. Oh, look at this page. There's Elmer. All except Elmer. Elmer was not elephant color. He was patchwork. Elmer was yellow and orange and red and pink and purple and blue and green and black and white. It was Elmer who kept the other elephants happy. Their games and jokes were always his idea. If an elephant was laughing, the cause was usually Elmer. But Elmer himself wasn't happy. Whoever heard of a patchwork elephant, he thought. No wonder they laugh at me. One morning, just as the others were waking up, Elmer slipped away. There he is. Looks like he's leaving. As he walked through the jungle, Elmer met other animals. Good morning, Elmer, they said. There's a zebra. Some other animals. After a long walk, Elmer found what he was looking for, a large bush covered with elephant-colored berries. Elmer caught hold of the bush and shook it until the berries fell on the ground. Looks like Elmer has a plan. Then Elmer laid down and he rolled over the berries, this way and that way. He picked up bunches of berries and rubbed himself all over until he was covered with berry juice. When he had finished, there wasn't a sign of any yellow or orange or red or pink or purple or blue or green or black or white. Elmer looked like the other elephants. Let's see. Oh, here's the next page. On his way back through the jungle, Elmer passed the other elephants and the other animals too. Good morning, elephant, the animals said. When Elmer rejoined the herd, none of the other elephants noticed him. Can you guys find Elmer in the crowd? As he stood there, Elmer felt that something was wrong. But what? He looked around. Same old jungle, same old blue sky, same old rain cloud, and same old elephants. The other elephants were standing absolutely still, silent and serious. Elmer had never seen them so serious before. It made him want to laugh. Finally, he could bear it no longer. He lifted his trunk and at the top of his voice, he shouted, "Boo!" The other elephants jumped in surprise. Elmer was helpless with laughter. Then the other elephants began to laugh too. They said, "Too bad Elmer isn't here to share the fun," laughing harder and harder. But Elmer was there, wasn't he? And then the rain cloud burst. When the rain fell on Elmer, his patchwork started to show again. See? Oh, Elmer, the other elephants gasped. Elmer was washed back to normal. You've played some good jokes before, but this has been the biggest laugh of all. What would we do without you, Elmer? We must celebrate this day every year, said another elephant. The day of Elmer's best joke. All of us elephants will decorate ourselves in his honor, said another elephant. And Elmer will decorate himself in elephant color. And one day each year, the elephants color themselves. See? They made it a holiday like Elmer's Day. They color themselves yellow or orange or red or pink or purple or blue or green or black or white and have a parade. If you happen to see an elephant in the Elmer's Day parade who is an ordinary elephant color, you will know that it is Elmer. The end. Was that book silly? I love that book. Now listen. I know we didn't talk about God in that book, but we're going to talk about God right now. I have the Bible out, and see, as you can see, it's our children's adventure Bible, and I think we just went on a little adventure with Elmer, so I'm reading from the book of Colossians. You guys can say Colossians. That's kind of hard to say. So I'm in the first chapter of Colossians, and I'm reading verses 16 and 17. It says that Jesus is before all things, and in him all things hold together. For in Jesus all things were created, things in heaven and things on earth, things visible and things invisible. So let's read that again, okay? Real quick. He, Jesus, is before all things, and in him all things hold together. For in him all things were created, things in heaven and in earth, things visible and invisible. So according to what I read, who are all things created for? If you answered Jesus, you're right. So now you're probably wondering, what does this have to do with Elmer, the patchwork elephant? I know this story isn't real. There really isn't a patchwork elephant. But if Elmer only knew before he went and was silly and covered himself in all those berries to look like a regular elephant, if only he knew that all things were created for Jesus and with a purpose, and because Jesus loves us, and that he made us this way, or the way that we are, a certain way, on purpose. And there's a reason for that, because God, Jesus, has us all created a certain way for him. We are all created with a purpose, and my purpose might not be the same as your purpose or your purpose or your purpose, but we're all created with a purpose. And it's really important to remember that, because I know in life sometimes we don't like how we were created. Sometimes I don't like my hair. Sometimes I don't like my face. Sometimes I wish I was really good at math, but I'm not. But that's okay, because there are lots of things I'm good at. There's lots of things that God has created me for. And I have to remember that God created me with a purpose, and his purpose is the most important purpose. And so that's what I want you to remember when you think about Elmer, the patchwork elephant, or if you ever read this story again. I know the library has it, so you could check it out. That God created us all with a purpose. And it's important to remember that. He made us the way that we are for a reason. And for that, we should be thankful. We should give him thanks and praise, because that's how much he cares about us, to make us specifically for a purpose. Guys, I really miss you, and it's kind of weird talking to just a phone camera. I mean, I'm sitting here, and I'm so used to you guys interacting with me and talking to me, and I'm used to answering your questions, and you're not here. So I'm kind of picturing you here in my head, but it's just not the same. So I really look forward to the time that we can be together again, and we can talk to each other and ask each other questions, and do projects together and stuff like that, read our Bibles together. But thanks for listening, and I hope you'll tune in next week, or if church happens to open, you'll come and I can give you a high five or a virtual hug, as we're calling it. So a pretend hug from far away. Bye guys, I miss you, love you.